Welcome to Star Clips. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and turn on post notifications so you get a chance of winning a MacBook from our monthly giveaway. Shaquille O'Neal is probably one of the most adored figures from the NBA. Despite retiring almost 10 years ago, people are still fond of headlines that involve the former player. From breaking the backboard to his massive size, you can tell he enjoyed a greater level of attention as compared to his fellow NBA counterparts. Standing 7 feet 1 inches tall, he is one of the tallest players in American basketball history. One can tell Shaq would remain relevant and famous with or without his enormous size. It would be an underestimate to say he is rich. Rocking a whopping $400 million in his name, Shaq undoubtedly is one of the richest NBA players in the world. Although he has $400 million to his name at present, he was not so rich in 1992 at the age of 20. Having recently signed a $1 million endorsement deal, one might think he put the money into good use, maybe even invested somewhere. Well, it was his single biggest financial mistake that forever changed the way he handled his money. He went on to spend the whole $1 million in a single day. You may ask how even one could spend $1 million in a single day. That too, almost 30 years ago. Well, grab your popcorn while I simplify it for you. Being 20 years old and with little to no financial experience, Shaq believed he literally had $1 million in his bank, forgetting about his agent's cut, state tax, or the FICA. This would leave him with around $700,000, which, as you guessed, Shaq was completely unaware about. Having always wanted a fancy Mercedes-Benz, he rushed to the dealership in no time. After spending $150,000 for a single car, he drives out with his brand new Benz. Still believing he has $850,000 in his bank, he reaches home. To the dealership's surprise, Shaq was back within hours to buy one more of the same Mercedes, this time for his dad. That is $300,000 for 2 cars alone. Now, of course, the mother can't be left without a car, so he goes back to get her a smaller Mercedes, costing $100,000. In his mind, he thought he still had $600,000, while in reality, there was less than half of that amount left. The spending spree didn't end there. Shaq went on to spend hundreds of thousands on expensive jewelry, luxury clothing, outrageously expensive novelties, and so on. Being concerned with the absurd spending, the bank manager finally decided to call Shaq to talk about it. It was only then he realized he was actually around $60,000 in the hole, while he thought he had a few $100,000 left. The former player decided to call it quits and hired a business manager to take care of his finances. This could be one of the reasons why he is worth $400 million today. He mentions a quote from President Eisenhower, which reads, "The greatest leaders are the ones smart enough to hire people smarter than them." So undoubtedly, Shaq has a lot of smart people around him, and his past mistakes definitely have been a lesson for a lot of young people with a great deal of money. So what was your most absurd spending? Let us know in the comments below.